Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I am going to be talking about 3 tips I know will be beneficial to you if you are trying to write the Nigerian bar examinations, which are coming up very soon. As you know, COVID happened and so many things changed. I mean, people have been out of school for the past 1 year or less, but I know that it's more than 7 months. So the exams are drawing near, and to me, I feel it really hits you people like you're resuming in January and you're taking exams in March of 2021, which is quite fearful and worrisome. But don't worry. I mean, I did these things, my friends did these things, and we were called to bar, right? So you definitely can do it too. Just be hopeful, disciplined, and follow these 3 steps I'm about to share. And I know, I trust that you can do it. I wrote my bar exams in the year 2019, August to be precise, 2019. And I remember at that period, I was ill, and so I went out of the school to go get some drugs. And when I went out of the school, I was perceiving this stench, this like really terrible smell from the surroundings. And then I overheard people talking about a student that killed herself because she was so scared of writing the exams. I don't know, probably if she stayed, she would have passed, or we don't know what has happened, what might have happened or what would have happened. But the first step to killing this exam, the first step to passing the Nigerian bar exam is to let go of your fears. You have heard all sorts of things, but people pass, right? I mean, even if you don't pass, it's not the end of the world. I'm not making this video for you to have the notion that you're going to fail, but what is life without failure? I mean, we all fail at some certain points in our lives, but let's not talk about failure. Probably that's going to be in another video. If you've done your Nigerian bar exams and you failed, what to do to just be better. But in this video, I want to be talking about the steps I took, and I'm very sure will work for you to pass this Nigerian bar exams that are coming up very soon. The first step, like I said, is to take away fear. Once you're not scared, you are more likely to know what you're doing, be more organized, and plan yourself much better. So like I said, first step, take away fear. My next step would be to read before attending classes, tutorials, or group meetings. As you know, in law school, we are all divided into groups that help our readings. We all have tutorials outside classes, apart from the classes we have. So my next step, like I said, number 2, is to read before you attend classes, tutorials, or group meeting. Now, the reason why I said you should read before attending classes, tutorials, or group meetings is because the moment you attend these group meetings or those classes or those tutorials, they broaden the light to the things that were dark to you when you were reading. I don't advise one to just be first introduced to a topic by just listening to someone telling you. Read it. Try to understand what this particular topic is talking about before you actually try to listen to someone explain it to you. For example, I buy a Nikon camera and I'm reading the instructions. Actually, reading the instructions will not be very easy, honestly, if I'm not very familiar with things about using cameras, okay? If I pick up the manual to read and then I watch a tutorial, it is going to make more sense. And that is what I call reading twice. When you read and someone explains it to you, to me, that is reading twice. Now, in Nigerian law schools, if you've noticed and if you've been very serious, you know that they give you topics that they are going to teach in a week beforehand. They give it to your group, and then in your group, you go to learn about it before you come to class to listen to the lecturers teach you about it. This is where what I said comes in. Imagine you attended a group meeting where you shared your knowledge and talked about things that were quite bizarre to you in a topic, and then you attend a class for everything to not be regurgitated to you again, and you clearing the darknesses and the doubts and the things you do not understand when you are reading a particular topic. Now, that is reading 3 times to me. You read on your own, you read with your group members, and then you heard it again in class. So reading for exams is just going to be some sort of revision because you have heard this thing 3 times. Imagine I read what is a cup, I go to read what a cup is. I go to a group meeting, we are talking about cups, and I go to class, and then the teachers that are into the practice of using cups tell me what cups are. I have been introduced to a particular topic 3 times. That is reading 3 times. So when I want to read for my exams, that is just a revision because I have heard it 3 times from 3 different authorities, and it is obviously stuck in my head. Not everything, that is why you have to revise. But like I said, my second step, which worked for me, really in school, I always read before attending group meetings. And when I got to group meetings, I asked questions, and then I answered the questions of other people that had questions to ask. And then when I had taken what I had gotten from reading personally, and I had taken what I had gotten from study with the group members, I took it to class and I listened. So I don't think there's anything you would not get if you take this 3-step reading thing, which is my second tip to passing the Nigerian bar examination. Third and final step would be to answer past questions. Past questions are the holy grail to passing the Nigerian bar exams. Just take, for instance, you're just reading and you do not know the kind of questions that are going to be asked to you, you know. Let me just give an example. I'm buying clothes, and I do not know exactly what I'm going to wear the clothes for or where I'm going to wear the clothes to. If I'm going for an interview and then I know that it's an interview I'm going to go for, I would know what to buy. It is just like these bar exams. If you do not know the kind of questions that are going to be posed to you, you are not going to know how exactly to read. It's a different thing to read for knowledge, and it's a different thing to read, to pass a kind of question that is going to be thrown at you. Law questions in the Nigerian law school are very different from the kind of questions they ask you in the university. So you should realize that the university talked more about telling stories, the IPAC method. You raise the issue, you bring out all the principles, state all the authorities, and draw your conclusion. In law school, it is straight to the point. In case you're hearing it for the first time, if they say, what is A? Just say, A is this. That is what they ask you. Don't beat around the bush. Do not beat around the bush. If you have read past questions, you'll obviously be very acclimatized with what I am saying. Law school questions in Nigeria are more straight to the point. They don't require you raising all sorts of issues and all of that. So, study past questions. They tell you how these questions are most likely going to be couched and what you're going to be expecting in your examination, okay? And then, past questions have answers. They have answers that can easily stick in your head. Do you understand? But be very careful. Be very careful with sticking to the core, the main answers in past questions, because sometimes they could be wrong. I advise you consult your textbooks or ask your friends that would know for certain things you might be very confused about. But trust me, what I'm saying is true. If you study your past questions, if you study Nigerian law school past questions, you are going to, I'm not saying you must have a first class, but you're going to pass. Now, if you got to this stage with me, I am going to be giving you a 4th bonus tip, which is always to cite authorities and always to cite cases, statutes, all kinds of authorities, statutes, cases. That is what I know demarcates the first class students from all other of us. I didn't have a first class, so don't be thinking I had a first class, but I passed, right? I passed, and I passed well. So This fourth bonus tip is what usually demarcates first class students from other class of students, okay? You have to be able to know every case, not every case, as much cases as possible to cite to back up each thing you say. If you say certain thing is going to happen, you're going to say in this, like in the case of this, that is what the law stated, or that is what the court held. You understand my point? So I'm going to go through these 4 things again. Please let go of fear. Please read before you attend any class, any tutorial, or any group meeting, so that you would be acclimatized to the things severally before you enter the exam hall. 4, please study past questions. And then, fourthly, please try as much as possible to cite all kinds of authorities, cases, statutes to back up everything you answer in the exam hall. I really hope my tips were helpful. I did it and I passed. You can pass too. There's nothing to be scared of. Trust me, bar exam is not even as difficult as a university exam. Take it from me. You don't need to put so much in your head. You can read a topic and just, so many things will come out from it that you do not have to write so much, like the time that was required of us to write so many things in such a little time when you are in the university. Just carry out these 4 steps and pray to God. I am very sure that you are going to make it in the coming Nigerian bar exams. See you in court very soon, because I am very certain that if you keep your head straight and practice these 4 steps I mentioned, you are going to pass the Nigerian bar exams. See you, colleague. I am waiting for you outside. And remember, once you get called to bar, I have all the time in the world to answer whatever questions you might have to ask me. My page, all my videos are there for you. I actually started this channel because of people like you that are coming into the profession, so that you have a guide. You have a guide to doing things, because I didn't have one when I was newly called to bar. I had to ask a lot of questions. So that is why my page is here. My page is actually here for those that are going to be called to bar every year. So good luck and see you soon in my comment section asking me questions because you passed the bar. And good luck. I trust you'll do well. See you in my next video. Bye.